Hello, males and females. I'm your host for this video, the Emerald Analog, or more accurately, as my channel depicts, it's just Emerald Analog. But enough about that. Today, I will be covering Canadian My Summer Car, also known as Mon Bazou, which I think in French means like my jalopy or my scrap or something like that. Because the goal of this game, kind of like in My Summer Car, is to fix up a car. More like several. Not really. There's, I think, 7 vehicles in the game. There is a. Just looking here. There is actually 9 that you can get. But the main goal is to fix up the main vehicle, a car called the Koenig. I think that's how you say it, which I believe is roughly a BMW. I don't know which one. I'm not a car guy, but I think it's a BMW. I might be completely wrong. I hope I'm wrong, so someone can correct me and make them upset, because that would be funny and entertaining. But Mon Bazou is set in Canada in the endless spring, I think. And the main goal, fix a scrap car and race it through street races and a Grand Prix, I guess. I wouldn't call it that personally, but that's 3 separate series of races: a circuit, a drag, and rally, because I guess those are what's popular in Canada. I'm not too sure. I'm a Finland man myself. I've never played My Summer Car, and yeah. So the main money streams in this game, as I'm sure I hope I got footage for, are totally legal oregano, maple syrup, because of course we're in Canada. Street races earn you money. The series races, I guess I'll call them that, earn you money. You can do logging. You can sell scrap from your scrap car as you get new parts. And I think that's nope, you can also farm and sell potatoes, because you can turn them into French fry packets. I kid you not. And I think that is it for the money streams and revenue you can earn in this game. In the future, as I believe the next update will be, because this game does get updated, tempted to say yearly, but it's a couple updates per year sometimes. Being a Mon Bazou fan is kind of sucks. But the dev, he works his best. I think it is a single dev, unless he does now have more people helping him, which, yeah, still not that big of a team. It's definitely under 10 people, but there's some fun references to people that helps in this game. One of them is kind of funny.
That's new.
And then uh, afterwards, trying to think of what else I can say. I'm trying to fit this into a very short segment. Uh, so the mechanics of this game, because that's the main focus, I guess I should have started with that, are incredibly simplistic. I think the engine itself is split into 4 parts. The I'm gonna sound not smart. I know very little about mechanics, even though I've worked on a car before. You have the main engine block, you have the intake. I forgot what that part is, and then you have uh basically the radiator, but I don't think it's called that. It's an intercooler, but I think that might be one of the advanced parts you can get, one of the more expensive ones. There's also some side activities you can do. Not really. All there is sitting down by a fire and smoking totally legal oregano or cannabis, I guess, since it is pretty much legal anywhere now. And then trying to think of another thing to say. I have so much time in this game, not as much as those freaks that play My Summer Car. Not calling you guys freaks, I'm sorry. That's not very nice. That game is extensive. It takes like 8 hours just to build an engine that doesn't function half the time. But in Mon Bazou, it's very simple because you got 3 parts. You don't have to worry about the adjustable spanner. Yes, I'm taking jabs at My Summer Car. Um, and the mechanics are very simple. There's a single spanner. Every bolt is highlighted, so you don't have to worry about that. But you can lose them, unlike I think in My Summer Car, where the bolts are set as you just use the spanner on them to tighten. I don't think you can lose them. I don't think you have to buy bolts. I'm not sure. I've extensively gone into My Summer Car. But in this, you have to buy bolts to be able to get the parts put in, obviously. You're not just going to have hundreds of bolts lying around. But yeah, the parts that are included in the car, the intake, the exhaust, the main engine block, which has 3 different variants, I think. I think you have OEM performance and then the new performance engine. Yeah, I think that's all there is. And I think that roughly covers the mechanics. So now moving back into the money making, you have maple syrup, which you get from very slowly or very fast, depending on however you want to pace it or however much money you have and saved up to start it. Your maple syrup production by building the sugar shack, which takes like I think 200, not 200 logs. It might be somewhere around there. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It might be 50. I can't quite remember. It's been a very long time since I've done that. Uh, and then once you start that, once you build it, then you can tap trees for the syrup, and then it goes through your processing, which you can then get upgrades for, because everything in this game has a very nice, very expensive upgrading system that takes a lot of grinding to get, but what would you expect more from a life simulator game? And then so on and so forth. You have cannabis, which as you start out farming that, you'll have to get your shovel or spade or trowel or whatever you want to call it and dig holes in the ground. I'm telling the truth, honest. And then slap the seeds, which I think the first 2 seeds you can ever get are located in one of the windmills in a utility box, I guess a toolbox. And then once you get those, you can go back to your home, plant them, and then once you do that, earning quite a bit of money, it's my personal favorite early game revenue source, and then you can eventually stack up 27 big packs, which you get from the small packs, which is just, I think, you get one per one full bucket. Maybe it's like 10-20% for one small pack, and then 10 small packs turns into a big pack, and then 27 big packs turns one huge pack. And if you get all the big packs, you can take them across the map to the weed dealers. Sorry, I mean cannabis. And then they will trust you, and then you can go in and buy a bunker, which has its own list of upgrades. And then that's roughly it for that, because then you start farming there. There's a bunch of other things. Now we'll get into that. Like you can buy potted plants. You can befriend a doggo. Who doesn't love a good old dog? Then from there, I am running out of breath. I didn't think it was this hard to do this kind of video. Trying to do this all in one take. Not a good idea. Don't ever do this, guys. Do multiple takes. Once you do that, you can then spend 25K at the decor store of all places to unlock the VIP room, where you can buy the golden goat, which is basically the last. It's the in-game goal, I guess, because it costs like 250,000, so it is the in-game goal. And I think I covered most of everything. I hope I did. So that's not any. If that's not everything, you can correct me in the comments below. I was just trying to rush through it to get it all into a specific time frame, but hope you enjoyed. If I missed anything, feel free to correct me in the comments. If I said something wrong, that was incorrect information, correct me. And if I didn't, well, I hope you enjoy the video and do whatever else after the video is finished and you're done watching it. Yeah, that's all I have to say on the game. I probably missed a lot of stuff. Feel free to correct me. I said that 3 times now. And I will hopefully see you in another video this month. Emerald out.